before, a possible crash of moons or a stray meteor clobbering a planet. And we've exploded the small meteors with atomic missiles and blasted the big ones so they'd spin out of the danger orbit. Those are just hunks of ore with no life on them. There are people on these moons.
These inhabitants of the Gypsy Moons, Rocky, do they know their position? Do they have any idea what's going to happen?
No, Mr. Secretary. Without a fixed position in space, they're unable to make astronomy an exact science.
Quatanda! Quatanda! What is the matter with our son?
I don't understand it, Bouvaro. He has been crying for a long time.
He seems to be afraid. Something has frightened him.
I wonder what it is, Bouvaro.
Don't worry, Quatanda. Our little prince is just strengthening his voice, so someday he may rule his people. I wonder if Rocky Jones will find our Gypsy Moons again, so he may see our little son.
Bouvaro, he seems to be trying to tell us something.
Rocky, we're picking up the Gypsy Moons on our radar becks.
Right, Andrews. We're also starting to pick them up. But we're still too far away to catch the image of your space station. I'll call back in an hour. I'll do W9.
Out, Rocky.
We can now make pickup on visiograph, Andrews.
What's all the excitement for, Rocky? There's nothing built quite as sturdy as a space station.
Against the perils of space, yes, Winky. But she wasn't built to withstand an atmosphere. She'll be picked up and carried off like a barn door in a hurricane. Well, it's a long shot, Winky. But we'll try to get there in time to evacuate.
Yes, sir. We're gonna miss by minutes, Rocky.
We've got just seconds left, Winky. Let's make them count. If I can only ram into the landing berth.
And push the space station out of the atmosphere chamber.
Yes, or in this weather, we're gonna have our hands full. Hat thrust, Winky.
Aye, aye, sir.
Orbit jet to space station OW9. Andrews, can you come in? Space station OW9, come in.
OW9.
Throw on your magnetic lock. We're trying for the landing berth. Throw on your magnetic lock. Winky, when we get into the berth, full power.
Standing by, sir.
Magnetic lock on, Rocky.
Right, Andrews. Now, Winky. Full power. All she has.
Slight disturbance in the atmospheric chain. Negato recorded it too, but we have no idea what it is. How is our son, Cotanda?
Oh, let's see. Rocky Jones would say, the sleep of the happy.
I'm glad you saw what happened, Mr. Secretary. This looks like the room of a new cadet.
Such a cadet would never make the Space Rangers, I assure you. I'll dispatch a workship for a thorough check. It looks like Space Station OW9 will be as good as new.
Yes, sir, I'm sure of it.
Goodbye, Andrews.
Goodbye, sir.
Now, Vina and I have started a graph of the Gypsy Moon's course. We must realize that Gypsy Moons can present very grave problems. Other space stations may be trapped in the atmosphere chain. Or with even far greater loss of life, one of the moons may crash against another, or even a planet.
Can you get an exact course, Professor Newton? Are they traveling in a fixed orbit?
Yes, Rocky, but not in the way our planets travel in the solar system.
Well, what do you mean, Professor?
Well, you see, Winky, the major planets in our system travel around the sun.
And the Gypsy Moons travel around each other.
Exactly, Rocky. And because of this, they can be far more dangerous.
I see what you mean, Professor Newton. And while the Gypsy Moons themselves aren't large, the orbit they describe is.
Like children of a playground.
What's that, Vina?
Here, let me show you. Bobby. The way they move through space is something like two children on a playground. Bobby is Posita, and I'm the other moon, Nagato. Our arms and hands are the atmosphere chain. They move through space spinning around each other. But if I spin myself, I don't cover half as much area.
Sure, I get it.
Now, this is my great concern, Rocky. Magnify this by tens of thousands of miles, and you see what tremendous danger we're confronted with. For example, say there's a planet or a moon right over there. Now, Bobby, go ahead again.
Oh, Mr. Secretary, I'm sorry.
What's going on?
The illustration of an astronomical phenomenon, Mr. Secretary.
Yeah, it seems that you are a planet, Mr. Secretary, and Vina is Posita, and Bobby's Nagato. No. Bobby is Posita, and Vina is Nagato. Now, you...